Preview.
Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Mysterious Podcast. I hope you all are well. Today's story is an true based haunted story. You all must have known about the ghost exit to world. That's why the story someone experienced. I hope you like a story. I have had these things following me in the shadows. They only came to bother me about 2 years ago. I recently saw 2 or 3 swiftly moving across the wall. For a moment I thought that I was seeing things. About 2 minutes later I saw about 10 of them closing in on me. This really creeped me out, so I looked them up on the internet. These so-called shadow people have been bothering people for years, and more recently than in the past. I'm not sure what these apparitions are, but they really freak me and others out. Me and my friend caught a few of them on tape, about 2 days ago. I will not release the video until I know more about these strange things. They do not seem to want to harm us, but they do seem to like to annoy people. I'm not sure if they are ghosts, or demons, or anything of the sort. I just know that I'm not the only one who sees them. If you're lucky enough, you might experience this growing phenomena. Story 02 is the name of our follower, the Black Thing. It haunts me and my 3 friends Shiz, Olivia, and Tasha. Ever since my first dream, we have been seeing this thing pure black with red gazing eyes. In my dream it killed my mate Tasha. Ever since it has followed us around. For example, when me and my 3 friends go to a school in our area for work experience, every now and then it runs from the front door to the back door. We don't know what it means at all. But my friend, Olivia, is afraid that it is an evil spirit and it is out to hurt her. It is. Last night it came into her dream and strangled her. It has also done this to me and Shiz, but not as serious. She was rushed to the hospital and has to go back next week. Shiz is psychic, so she has been telling us what is going to happen in our lives and it doesn't look pretty. I believe that it is there to help us, guide us through life. Although you can never tell what a black spirit can do. Sometime soon we are all going to use a Ouija board so we can find out more. Right now it's watching me brush my hair. Story 3. I'd love to share my unexplained stories with you. I've been always seen ghosts, spirits, devils. I will write more than one story that had happened to me, so advise me what would you think they are, and what should I do. I had a brother 1 year older than me, so when I was 4 years old he entered the garden. We were so close, he didn't want to go alone, he always wanted me to be with him. So my mother registered me with him in the same class. One day the teachers took us to the theater of the school to play on the stage. So we all went back between the black curtains and the wall and we all saw a devil laughing. It was on a thing board and going up. We all screamed and run out. As we all saw the same thing. Now I'm 21 and when I asked my brother about it and if he still remembers that, he told me that he never experienced it. And don't know what I was talking about? Is it possible that he forgot? Or it was a dream of mine when I was a little child and later start to believe it was real and had happened? Another strange story, I was maybe 15, no one was in the house, everyone was out in the garden, so I went inside to bring something. When I looked up on the stairs, I saw a large angel standing, but its wings were beside it as not flying. It didn't look like how it is made in the movies, it has no color. I was so scared and run quickly outside. What was that? Another story, this one is scary and eerie. I was 22, it was summer, I was a bit sick and had a fever. When I was asleep, I suddenly woke up. But unfortunately couldn't open my eyes midnight. Though I tried hardly to open my eyes but I couldn't. I tried to scream, ask for help, or even call my parents, but I also couldn't. That thing was tightening me. Then I felt it holding my legs so tight and it started shaking me legs, and at that point I started praying, remembering a holy verse from my holy book, that I have heard once, that reading this verse will let all bad evils go away. So I start reading it and I felt that thing. The demon let go my legs and stopped shaking me, and finally I could open my eyes. But because I was so scared by then, I didn't try to look to where it's supposed to be standing legs. I only looked out of the window, thanked God, and covered myself. What was that? Another thing, when he was 9, my little brother used to see my grandfather, but my grandpa didn't talk to him. He was dressed in white, flying, and then went through the wall. He saw him more than once. And once a friend came to sleep in our house, so she slept in the basement. And one day she told me that she saw my grandpa visiting her in the room she slept in. She was frightened by then and crying. Story 4. When a flaming demon steps through a portal in the teenage's living room in Brooklyn, and why? It's just the first of a series of frightening encounters and unexplained deaths, including that of the well-known rapper Jam Master Jay of Run DMC. This is the bizarre true story of a lifelong struggle with the supernatural/horror. Synopsis. If Poltergeist was a graphic novel set to rap music, you would have the life of Welcome to his neighborhood in Brooklyn, and why? Where the front stoops are littered with sorcerers, backstabbers, blackmailers, criminal conspirators, and welfare families. Where rappers Run DMC are involved in a bizarre mystery. When he is a teenager, a series of strange events culminate in a fright night. The kitchen blazes with flames that don't burn, something steps through the ring of fire, and Reynaldo's reaction is so severe he is rushed to the hospital. Whatever entity came through that night, it doesn't leave. It harasses and frightens others in the building. His behavior changes, often for the worse. There are arguments, physical fights, and trouble with the police. Violence swirls around him. At the same time, the deeply religious Reynaldo has confusing visions of heaven and hell, as well as the future. For example, he suddenly and frantically announces that terrorists are going to blow up the Empire State Building. No one believes him. 3 days later, terrorists attack the World Trade Center. Soon after creates a rap song about 3 apparitions he experienced over a 4-year period. He has premonitions in which a mysterious deity speaks to the well-known lead singer of the rap group Run DMC and starts a rumor that inspires the group's 1986 hit album Raising Hell. Less than a month after S book is accepted for publication, Jam Master Jay of the rap group Run DMC is murdered in what strongly believes is a supernatural crime cover-up. His book is published on July 1, 2008, precisely 1 year after Jam Master Jay's death. Today the killers have not been captured, and the death remains unsolved. Nor have the demons left alone. Thank you for the listening. Friends, how did you like the story? I liked it. Please like it and share, or subscribe the channel. Stay tuned to our channel to hear more such stories. Thank you very much for listening to the story.